Hello, everyone. Easter greetings to you. Christ is risen. He is risen indeed. Alleluia. I hope you're all doing well and that you've had a good Easter and you were able to connect with your family and friends. Even if you couldn't be together on Easter Sunday, you were still able to maybe do a video call or call on the phone or some kind of thing, wave at each other through a window, something like that. I'm here in my apartment. Haven't really left at all recently. But I was able to call my family, and Caitlin, we called her family as well. We had a very nice Easter. Thank you, everybody, for all of your wonderful comments on the online worship that you have left. Very encouraging to us in these times. We're very thankful that that has been a good resource for you. We're going to keep doing online worship for now as we move forward into the Easter season. And we hope that it continues to be a good resource. Please feel free to share it with your friends, your family. Maybe your family is looking for a church option and they don't live here, and you can share your church with them and just send them the link, stjlc.com/online worship. And that's the plan for the foreseeable future. We don't really know when we're going to be allowed to get back together again. We're looking forward to it. Whenever it happens, we are really excited to be able to go back to church, but not yet. We can't do it yet. So stay tuned for that announcement whenever that ends up happening. Until then, we're going to keep doing the online worship stuff. And I wanted to talk a little bit. I wanted to acknowledge and mention, normally this Sunday, the Sunday after Easter, is when we celebrate the first communion of our 7th grade class. Traditionally, it's the week after Easter is when that happens, and all the families come in, and that's when the students take their first communion. We did do the first communion instruction. I taught them all about it. That happened the first weekend of March, just a couple of weeks before the pandemic really started to hit. We had already started to hear about it a little bit, and we had already put up the hand sanitizer everywhere and in the church. And when we had our meal together, I was making sure that I was wearing gloves and everything was very safe and clean. And that was what we were starting to do. And we had no idea that in just a few days after that, we were going to be locking everything down. We were not going to be worshiping. We didn't know what was going to happen. So that's left our first communion celebration in a little bit of a limbo right now. We don't know when it's going to happen. We're bummed about that. We're sad. We wish we could be celebrating this wonderful, amazing thing. And not just first communion, but communion with everybody. We do miss having it. We miss celebrating the Lord's Supper with you, having our family join together around the Lord's table, receiving the body and blood of Christ for the forgiveness of sins, celebrating that amazing thing that we just went through with Holy Week and Easter, how he gave his life for you to forgive you, and that his body and blood are given and shed for you, that you might be forgiven. We can't do that yet. We can't celebrate together, and we're bummed about that. We're sad. But I wanted to just hop on and acknowledge that that was going to happen this weekend, and hopefully we'll be able to reschedule it soon. And at some point, we'll be able to get back together and have worship, and we'll schedule a new time to have that first communion celebration. So, to my 7th graders, I miss you guys. I hope you guys are doing great. Be on the lookout for some, updated online confirmation instruction coming soon. But eventually we'll be able to have that big celebration with you. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Don't know when that's going to be, but I promise we will reschedule it at some point. And to everybody else who is missing communion and wondering when it's going to happen, we don't know. We don't know the date. We don't know when it's going to happen again. But we do know that we are thinking about it and praying about it a lot. We're waiting for the updates from our state, from Governor Cuomo, from our county, from our church leaders in the Atlantic District, what their decisions are in the Missouri Synod, what they say is best and safe and recommended. We're thinking about what it's going to look like when we go back. We might not be able to go back completely normal right away. We might have to have some modified communion practices. Maybe we'll be able to start with smaller groups, and not the whole church at one time. Maybe we'll have to do little individual cups of wine, or maybe just intinction. We're talking about all of these ideas. We're having these conversations, getting ready and preparing for when we can go back and have communion again. But again, we don't know exactly when that's going to be. But we hope that it's soon, and we're praying that it's soon. So please pray with us that the pandemic can be lifted. Please pray with us that people get better, that we can start going out again and figuring out how to still be safe, but yet still be able to connect with each other in this way. Hope you're doing well. We're praying for you. We're praying for all people who have the virus or who know someone who has the virus. We're praying for doctors and nurses and healthcare workers, first responders, police, fire, all of the essential workers. We're definitely praying for you guys as well. Let us know if you need anything here at church. We have volunteers who will step up and help you out if that's needed. But most of all, please know that you are in our hearts. You're on our prayers. We can't wait to worship with you online again this Sunday and in person sometime in the near future. Thanks for watching. Take care. Christ is risen. He is risen indeed. Hallelujah.